So we watched if whoa, start over. Blah, 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 blah. So we watched the new Avengers movie, Infinity War. We actually watched this probably like a week ago, right?
So about 2 weeks by the time this gets out.
I think so, yeah.
We watched it opening night.
It's definitely one of those movies that if we're going to talk about it, we should definitely just do a recommendation to just watch it for yourself and try your best to avoid spoilers. I know it's been like all over the internet, like in meme form.
Yeah. So a lot of it's already been given away with memes and whatnot.
At the same time, like it's one of those movies that, like, personally, I can't like recommend like all fully. Like, as far as like it's a great movie because of how it ends. It leaves me at such a cliffhanger that just like,
I think the ending was the best part of it.
I think, yeah, I mean, it's definitely shock value, and it's like there's no way you could possibly end it the way it did. And I applaud them for doing that, because when you look at all these previous Marvel films, they usually wrap it up like really well. Hero triumphs, like the bad guy's either dead or they're locked up, so it's everything's good. But here it's like, shit. It was phenomenal in how it ended.
There's no other way it should have ended.
I think I'll just make like some kind of note too, just like in the description and stuff like that. But yeah, this is definitely we're going to talk about spoilers, like all of it if we can, because it's been a while, so I don't remember all of it.
I saw it yesterday.
Oh, you saw it yesterday? All right, perfect. So it'll work out then. I mean, if you don't feel like you've been spoiled right now, just go and just watch it. Just watch it. And now we'll like actually go into spoilers in no like real chronological order. I just like to point out like things I like. I love Tony's new suit, the nano suit.
Yeah, the bleeding edge.
It's crazy because it's just like Spider-Man's new, the Iron Spider, his new suit. They both like function in that subatomic like level where it's like it creates the suit around them instead of putting on like that. I was watching clips from Black Panther where it's like, oh, everyone's shooting, let me put my helmet on.
Yeah. That was great.
She's such a great character. She does make an appearance here. She has like some impact on how things go forward, but it's just that Thanos' forces are just like so great that it doesn't matter. Damn, dude. She tried at least. But it's not wrong. Like, we start off like this movie like on the, I guess, the Asgardian ship that they took, or not the Asgardian, but just like that,
the Asgardian refugee vessel.
Yeah. And how Thanos just wrecked them. It looks like everyone died, but it looks like, I mean, based on like Thanos' ideology, he leaves like half.
Yeah, he indoctrined half of them.
Yeah. And so unfortunately, Loki, Thor, Heimdall, and Bruce are just part of that other half. This is what we're talking about. We were talking about how like the first 5 minutes is a spoiler.
We can't talk about this. We can't talk about what we just watched. Like, we
can't even talk about the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, it's because like Heimdall dies, Loki dies. It sucks too.
Loki died in a badass way. He got his fucking neck turned into jelly.
It's pretty crazy, dude. At the end of the movie, I mean, everyone's like dust in the wind.
Dust in the wind.
But no, like, Thanos just choked him out. But I guess he had it coming to him because like he previously served Thanos. And he was trying to betray him at the last bit. So it's so sad because when you watch like Ragnarok, you see like, I'm not sure if it's a good idea for me to return to Earth. And it's like, yeah, you'll be fine. And you just see like the connection that Thor and Loki have together. It really kind of gave Loki more of a redeeming quality to him. But now it's like, that's it.
Redeemed for nothing. I really love Thanos as a villain.
Yeah, because I mean, he's just following like in the ideology that he followed through, like foreseeing like how his homeworld was gonna end up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was trying to make sure that everyone's okay.
Yeah, he knows what will happen if life is left to do what life does. He knows what's gonna happen, and he's wanting to prevent that. Yes, it's gonna end a lot of lives, but it's not gonna end all life.
Yeah, he's about preserving like the species as a whole, but you know, like how for especially like humans, like life is very fleeting. so we're gonna hold on to it as much as we can while like trying to proliferate like the entirety of like humanity, trying to save every single person we could. So it obviously just clashes like just by how they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wish Thanos could like change his mind. Maybe he could like really negotiate with people, but he's already like within his gauntlet. He already has so many stones.
Well, not just that, but what is he going to negotiate? All right, only you guys get to breed. That way we can cut back our numbers.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, no. But
it was necessary culling.
Yeah.
He had to cull the flock, otherwise it would be just like his homeworld.
Right. And also Gamora's as well. Because that was the thing he was saying too. Like if you've seen the flashback, like how like it was divided who's gonna follow Thanos, who doesn't. And you just see like them just getting shot like to bits and murdered.
They got mowed down.
Yeah, he mowed down half like the civilization. And I don't even know if maybe the mother was part of that other half. But Gamora was just like there. Got this like nice two-ended knife. And proceeded to, with that knife, try to stab an illusion of Thanos. And got captured.
Because she didn't go right.
She didn't go right. And it sucks for her too, because I feel like the movie's divided by like two types of death, which is from the heroes, it's like dust in the wind and just like straight up killed by Thanos. And Gamora was killed by Thanos because he needed to get all the stones, and one of them was something that she knew. What was her sister's name? Nebula. They both knew what the location was, and it was on this island where actually Red Skull was taking form as kind of like a guy who guides people to trying to achieve or try to claim the stone.
His hubris got the better of him in the first Avenger, and he was forced to become the shepherd and guardian of the Soul Stone. That
was such a crazy moment, and I think it really gives Thanos more character, was his relationship with Gamora, and the fact that like he's kind of a tyrant, and it's only Gamora that he's like laying his guard down towards. When Red Skull tells him like, in order to get the Soul Stone, you gotta sacrifice someone you love. That's proof.
Yeah, you have to give up the thing that you love the most.
And the only person that he loved the most at that point in time was Gamora. So, he
raised her for 20-something years.
Right.
That was his daughter.
Yeah. So, sheds tears and reluctantly like drags her off and throws her off. And it's not one of those things where like, you know, like the way Jedi die, that you have the Force like escape them. No, it was just like she dies from like a height.
It was like a 2,000-foot fall.
It was
the type of fall where it doesn't matter how much fall damage negation you have.
It's just
all that fall damage is still going to kill you.
At the point, I would argue like maybe she would have been partly goop if it weren't for the fact that it would have really freaked people out in the theater. So.
Oh yeah, she would have exploded. She would have been a nice little blood splatter on the ground. But there was a running theory, and it was confirmed true by the Russo brothers, which is she is dead-ish. Her soul's trapped in the Soul Stone.
Oh.
Which is why when Thanos used the gauntlet, he had that conversation with her in the Soul Stone.
That's
why
right.
Everything was yellow tinted.
Yeah, there was that little moment, like the moment he snapped his fingers, like he was transported to like this, almost like this little time
an ethereal
pocket.
Plane.
Yeah, and Gamora was right there. But then that was it. He wakes up and is like, oh, Gauntlet is kind of messed up, but alright. Alright, I guess I'll just sit down. I'm glad you explained that to me, because that makes a lot more sense. I would have just forgotten about it entirely. I'm glad she's kind of still there. Maybe she'll have to inhabit some other body, but whatever. At the end, they'll find some explanation to make things okay? Question mark. Actually, even that's debatable, because these are Avengers. They're not like superheroes who will save the day and make everything all right again. We just avenge people.
Avenge me. Sure thing. It's on our title.
It's on our title. What about Thor's Revengers? I love Ragnarok. It's just so sad. It makes me think, like, would Hela actually help out quite a bit if she was still alive and she knew about Thanos? Like, oh, okay, I'll fight him. Because she has a huge force now.
She would have mollywopped him. Because he wasn't infinite yet.
Right. He didn't have all the stones until the very end of the movie.
Like if she were to like be there at the beginning on that refugee ship, he'd have been mollywopped.
Yeah.
She summons swords from nothing.
She has a big old wolf pup.
Not only that, she got Heimdalled and fucking just said, oh, all right then, and then stabbed the guy that Heimdalled her.
Heimdall like sacrificed himself just to send Bruce to Earth. Which, now that I think about it, dude, Thor just has the worst out of everyone right now.
His conversation with Rocket. So you said that... So your brother's dead. Yes. He's been dead before, but I don't think he's coming back this time. And your dad and sister? Both dead. What about your mom? Killed by frost trolls. A best friend? Impaled.
That sucks, dude. Like, first movie, presumed dead, Loki. Second movie, Loki's okay, but mom dies. And third movie, his sister dies, his dad dies. Mom's still dead. Loki's there, and now... Damn, dude.
And then his brother and best friend die.
I know it's part of Norse mythology and stuff like that. Just like people dying left and right. Just getting a lot of this influence from God of War now. The new one.
Boy,
you will not kill me yet. In God of War 6, he died. Atreus has to kill him.
Loki pissed off Thanos though. That was great.
Yeah.
His last words were, "You'll never be a god." And he looked at him like, "Don't need to be."
You know what? I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh. That's it. Even though he has less screen time, I think Thor is still like my favorite out of all the heroes. Mm-hmm. Because like he takes that initiative to find pretty much the god-killing weapon, which is Stormbreaker.
That fucking axe, dude. It's so cool.
It's so cool.
It has the Bifrost.
It does. Like, part of it. And it has Groot as a handle.
It does have Groot handle. Wait, does that mean if they were to plant the handle,
it can grow?
Get Groot back?
That'd be so crazy. Like, he plants that thing, and another Groot comes out of it, and Groot just has the Stormbreaker.
That's just his arm.
That'd be awesome, dude.
Unless he was very unfortunate, and that's like his left leg, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do?
Looks like you chopped a bit of your arm off. I also just like the creation of the Stormbreaker too. Mm-hmm. Just born out of using the energy of like that star.
Fucking Thor had to stand in the most awkward position and be roasted alive.
Not only that, like he had to make this entire system move by having the help of Rocket, using his god strength to literally just do a Mjolnir like send off with the spaceship instead. Yeet.
Can you imagine how easy that would have been if he had Mjolnir to kind of do that?
Yeah. I wish he could make another Mjolnir.
But why? He has the Stormbreaker. Better.
But like if Groot could just keep Stormbreaker, like plant that thing and make another Groot, and he just has Mjolnir on the side, it'd be great. But yeah, like Stormbreaker does a number on Thanos easily. It's just he aimed it wrong.
I'm pretty sure if he didn't have all the Infinity Stones, it would have very easily killed him.
I think when it comes down to it, like without the Time Stone and the Mind Stone, he was very vulnerable. Like we saw, like
he had the Power Stone. That's what kept him alive through a lot.
That's true. But that was like the first thing he had, so it was like, okay, he's already well established, can beat Hulk down to a pulp easily,
and he did it without using the power of the stone.
That was scary too. Like you see Hulk, and like usually you're afraid of this guy, but no, he takes him down hand-to-hand combat, and it just shows like he's not just one just to throw a fist and that's it. No, he can bob and weave, and he knows exactly where to hit Hulk.
Because he's a fighter. Thanos is a warrior. Mm-hmm. Hulk is just a mindless hitting thing. So I did a bit of reading, and there's more to why the Hulk didn't want to come back.
Oh yeah? Well, I'd like to think that for me, like just before you actually like reveal like what it would be, I think that Hulk really resisted because he actually came across someone who's actually better than him. And so for him, he doesn't know how to go about it, but let's see your reasoning then.
A lot of the reasoning comes from what's it called? From Ragnarok. That starts the dissension on what's wrong. And what it is that the Hulk doesn't care for Earth. It's not his home. He never felt loved or accepted there. As he told Thor, the Avengers didn't care for him. He isn't what was wanted. It was Banner. Banner was the friend of the Avengers, and Hulk was just the attack dog that they brought out when they needed it. He didn't like that. So when it finally came that he was fighting Thanos,
it wasn't
and he got beaten up and lost and nearly died because of it. It got to the point where it's like, they're just going to use me as an attack dog, and I'm just going to die because of that. I don't like it.
Oh, wow. Not Thor. Hulk did show a lot of like rationalization, like in Ragnarok. It seems like he spent so much time like as the Hulk that he actually grew to understand like himself.
Yeah, he had consciousness for 2 years. He learned. He wasn't just a mindless existence. He had time to develop thoughts and experiences outside of just I'm mad. Because you have to figure, if you have a child and whatnot, they're not going to have much complex thought outside of I exist.
Yeah, you have to let him think about it and just kind of do what he wants. But
give them 2 years to grow and learn, and eventually they'll start having some thoughts.
But the Avengers like, oh well, we have a Hulk.
Yeah,
it's as great as that line is. It's just you really think about it, and wow, when you bring that up, it really is sad because
he was tired of just being a tool.
Come on, man, come out! Like, no, what do you mean no? Having said that, like Banner did a really good job, like in this movie, like by himself, like handling the Hulkbuster.
Well, fine then, you big green bastard. I'll do it myself.
So you think like if Hulk had a lot more like, I guess, riding on him as far as like protecting things that he cares about, I guess Natasha would be one, but they didn't really make connection like from there. And
on top of that, for the most part, he's still mentally young, so he can't quite get the concept that Quill brings up in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is I want to save the universe because I live in the universe.
What it's more like centric to him, like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, if I go out there and I fight him, I'm going to die. If I don't fight him, I can be alive.
At least, I think, hopefully. In that case, I think it would take Bruce to be dead or just like be close to death that Hulk would come out like, dude, stop this. I'm gonna die with you. Bruce did survive the whole like vanishing act, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The main Avengers survived.
I think with their next movie, they gotta tell like an origin story. Not Ant-Man and Wasp, and nothing that like our Arrow dude's gonna do, but Captain Marvel, I think they're going to have to do, especially since like I've seen like images of them actually shooting the movie and showing like a younger like Fury. I think it's going to come down to like they have to tell like an origin story.
I think it'd be flashback more than anything, kind of like they did with Gamora in this one.
I think that'd be much better. I'd agree with that.
Where there'd just be like flashbacks and whatnot, where they're trying to explain motive.
Yeah, I'd also say that because I'd also say like it would just be an origin story because how do you start a movie? Like if it isn't Avengers, how do you start a movie with half the universe just gone? Like how are you gonna do that to like a brand new face? Like, oh, everyone's gone. Okay.
You just kind of jump in.
And
if you think about it, not everyone had an origin story, really.
Yeah, not everyone, no.
Like Black Panther didn't have an origin story. He just kind of jumped in and...
He just is.
Yeah.
That's true. Like I was thinking that like the actual Black Panther movie would be a previous entry from like the whole chronological story starting with not Age of Ultron, but Civil War. But no, it was actually a follow-up to it, which I appreciated more. I thought it was really going to be just like a build-up.
So I'm excited. And then Spider-Man dead as fuck. Even the new Spider-Man movie isn't going to be Tom Holland.
Really? Oh, we're talking about Venom, right?
No, I'm talking about Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay.
They have
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be more about the multiverses of different Spider-Men. From like the fucking conspiracy theory edges of the internet that are like, oh, this movie's gonna be like this movie's gonna have that, this movie's gonna be this. Apparently it's supposed to be, oh shit, I can't remember his name. Black Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, that's his name.
Okay, I can appreciate that because I want to know more about his character as Spider-Man. Oh, that sucks, dude. At the same time, like, good on you, Marvel, for like really just like riding on that death train. But dude, it hurts. It just sucks more because like that last movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming, like it had a triumphant like ending to it. You know, Peter like saving the day and proving himself to be an Avenger, but declines it because he's just gonna save the little guy. And then this happens.
So apparently, as long as his staff stays intact, Corvus Glaive is immortal. Corvus Glaive is one of the children of Thanos, the one who kept fucking kicking Vision's ass.
Oh.
The person who put the picture said, this probably won't be the same in the MCU, though.
Well, yeah, they had to, like, make it, like, if they were to continue the movies like that, they would have to kill off that one dude. Because Vision stabbed him. Vision spent a good majority of this movie
getting his ass whooped.
Crippled. Damn, dude. I feel so bad for, 1, Spider-Man. 2, Wanda. And 3, everyone else. I think Cap would be up there too because lost Bucky, lost Falcon.
He did lose Falcon.
Also, I think number 4 would be like the entire population of Wakanda. They just lost their king.
Yeah. I feel most for the general because he just helped her up. He said, this is not a place to die. And fucking...
And you see her like, what? What?
Was he the first one? No.
No, he wasn't the first one.
Bucky was.
Bucky was the first one. Like, I was like very verbal in that moment right there. Like, what?
Rogers.
I think number 5 on people I'd feel bad for also would be Rocket. He's all by himself. He's the only Guardian now.
Oh my god, dude, you have no fucking idea how many pictures I've seen of that. Where it's like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, there's only one. Or another one was Guardian of the Galaxy 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 shows a picture of like a little baby raccoon in real life. Just sitting there. Gamora's dead. And like literally everyone else just was dust in the wind.
Did Nebula turn to dust?
Oh, I guess not Nebula, no. She's with Tony at that moment.
Cool, so we're going to have fucking Rocket and Nebula go on a journey to save Gamora.
I like that idea, yeah.
That's Guardians 3. Tony is stranded with no fucking suit. And his protege died. In his arms. Slowly. The second time around that I watched it, turns out the whole time that Pete is talking, he's disintegrating.
Yeah, he is.
The whole time he's talking. And people said that it's probably because his spidey sense felt what was happening and his healing factor kicked in to try and prevent it. And that's why it took him so very long to die.
I like that idea too. Doctor Strange like went out pretty bad. Although he was saying like, because I mean, he went through like what 1 billion like scenarios.
14,603,000.
All these different scenarios in which they could maybe come out alive. And there was only one.
There's only one.
And so he chose that path.
Yeah. He said it was the only way. He knows how to... He knew it.
He had to give up the time stone.
That's why he said we're in the end game now.
Mm-hmm.
And why he was so willing to give it. Because remember he said, I'll gladly fucking say, to hell with you and the boy. Mm-hmm. Boy! And so Avengers 4 comes out next year.
Well, that's quite a short wait. But, I mean, they got to. Like, how you gonna do that to me? Right. How you gonna do this?
It's fucking... Also, I read that Tom Holland, he thought that the scene of Spider-Man in space and whatnot was a fake scene in the script to throw off script leakers.
Oh, okay.
And someone's like, I wonder how many fake scenes that Tom Holland had to film to keep him from spilling anything.
Dude, I saw like a tweet moment that said like Benedict Cumberbatch is our only protection from Tom Holland's big mouth.
Yeah. I saw an entire compilation of fucking
all
Tom
the times that like
him being
super cheeky about it.
Let me just say, if aliens wind up implanting eggs in my chest or something, and I eat you, I'm sorry. Okay, you are not allowed to make any more pop culture references for the rest of this trip. I'm just trying to say that someone's coming. Jesus, calm down, people. Steven has an interview coming up.
They did do a lot of things in the trailers to throw you off too, like the idea like Tony never met Gamora, so it was actually Bruce who told him about Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true.
Why is Gamora?
Why?
How long have you been standing there? An hour.
An hour? What?
I've mastered the art of standing so perfectly still that I become invisible to the eye. Watch. Still see you're eating a chip. Yes, but my movements are so slow that they can't be perceived. Oh, hi, Drax.
How they were able to make this movie still so funny, but give us that type of ending is crazy. Who would you say? I mean, there's like, I guess like you showed us that picture of like the most useless characters that came down when it came down to it. It was Hulk, it was Gamora, it was Vision. Was there also Wanda in there?
Hold on, I'll fucking scroll all the way back to it. All right, so it gives a rundown on tiers. Most important being Strange, Thor, and Tony. Actually helpful were Wanda, Rocket, Groot, and Pete. At least they did something.
Yeah.
Comes down to Cap, Nat, Sam, Drax, Bucky, fucking Rhodey, T'Challa, Nebula, the General, and Wong. Fucking useless. Comes down to Thor, Gamora, Shuri, and Vision. And there's one more category. Pieces of shit. And that goes to our boy
Mr. Quill.
Yep.
Oh my god, he ruined it. He ruined that operation. They were so close. You see that glove slipping.
Yeah, you see his fingers coming out of the glove, and he breaks free, and fucking Spider-Man grips the hell out of that with using nothing as fingertips.
I saw that, and I literally thought, like, there's gotta be a handle. There's gotta be a handle, like, literally right there, where you like...
He's fucking, yeah, whack, and suck the shit out of Spider-Man.
I was very impressed by, like, how far they were able to, like, get Thanos down.
Dude, it took literally everything.
Mm-hmm. But then Quill goes in there and is like, "Where's Gamora? Where's Gamora?"
Dude, fucking Peter, magic, 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 magic with a kick. I think that would make a great fucking movie. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
Actually, you know what? I'd add an extra space to like the most healthful in your little category. Give it to Ned from Spider-Man. Because he provided the distraction.
He did provide the distraction.
We're all gonna die.
Oh my god, a spaceship. We're all gonna die. Fucking, was
it Stanley?
Yeah, fucking Stanley. What, you kids never seen a spaceship before? They're in New York. There's been like 9 in the past 10 years.
True enough. But yeah, oh yeah, the whole idea with what was it? Ant-Man and Wasp. I have that feeling that it does take place maybe during, maybe not even during, but maybe during Avengers. But it seems like everything's kind of normal-ish, quote unquote normal. I think if everyone, like, half the universe just erased all of a sudden, I think everyone would be in a panic.
I think there'd be a bit more of a panic. It could be happening in conjecture then.
Maybe.
Because figure, Infinity War was one day. It was less than 24 hours.
Like, Tony was there with Pepper, and then Doctor Strange invites him. They go investigate. Tony goes into space.
Holy shit. Dude. Infinity War took about the length of the movie.
Because everything was happening at once. No, like, cuts to, like, next day later. Or
everything happened at once. And it was about, I wouldn't say morning-ish. It was, like, late morning. So 8 or 9 o'clock when it started. And when it finished with everyone being erased, it was still kind of midday.
Wait, what would I guess like the beginning move would happen midday, right? Because we got that shot. It could be because of time zone differences, but like Wanda and Vision like were at the bed and it was already nighttime at that point. So maybe
that's what I'm saying. It was probably like 8 or 9 in the morning. How does that work? Why was it night where they were?
I think it could have been like a completely different like location. Like they were on the run too.
They were in Scotland.
Scotland versus New York Times.
They were in Scotland. It was early-ish day for them.
Oh, was it early?
And then
like early?
Petey was on his way to a field trip.
Yeah, so that's like pretty much midday for him, and then
that's what I'm saying. It was like 8 or 9 in the morning.
Okay, well,
you go to school, they do roll, and it's like, all right, get on the bus. Mm-hmm. You little shits.
Also, high school and they go on field trips still. Huh. Damn, dude. I was done dirty in high school.
Right? So at the most it was 24 hours because it started in day in New York. Midway through, it was night in Scotland, where it showed Vision in them. Mm-hmm. And then it was day again in Wakanda, which is in Africa. So it would have been day, night happened, everyone's getting together, cuts into scenes in space and whatnot. And then when everyone's meeting up in Wakanda, it's the next day.
Okay.
So it happened in 24-ish hours.
Okay. One last thing I want to add before I guess we are going to wrap up would be, I guess they at least did something. Cap, Natasha, and then the third person, right?
You're talking about when they were trying to
no, Falcon. Falcon was there.
Were you talking about like when they were trying to break the crystal?
Oh, no, when they were trying to take Vision.
Oh, when they were trying to take Vision. Yeah, it was Cap, Natasha, and Falcon.
Yeah, okay. They did something. And I was actually really impressed, like their skills were able to like hold their own against these like otherworldly beings that serve under Thanos. Like
figure Cap and Natasha are top line fucking agents.
I guess so, but it's always been the occurrence to me that even that alone, like military forces and stuff like that, even like the highest grade ones aren't like that great against like these other types of creatures who would possibly have something else, like freaking Squidward, dude. What was his deal? What was his power?
Magic.
I can't even physically comprehend that.
Because to me, like this, Cap and Natasha have already fought caliber enemies like that. Mm-hmm. They fought during the invasion of New York.
Yeah.
That's why Tony, Cap, Thor, Natasha, and the Hulk, they're all able to really hold their own in these fights because they fought alien level enemies. And not just one of them, an entire fucking invasion force. And they fought Ultron. Another reason why I think Wanda was having trouble is because she kept having to protect Vision.
Yeah, for sure.
She had to divert her attention, and instead of just absolutely incinerating and blowing up the two that were attacking them, she had to keep looking back at Vision and just push that one away and go fight the other guy. She was fighting two people at once.
Yeah, that was
and that's
hard.
why she was getting her ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Vision could have been helpful, but he started off with a stab wound in the spine.
And kept that stab wound in the spine throughout the entire movie. Even, like, upon death by both Wanda and Thanos. That was so unfair. Can we just mention how dirty that was?
Can we mention how inconsistent it was? She broke the crystal, right?
Right.
Vision exploded into a wonder of yellow. Thanos came and ripped the damn thing out of his face. And he just went colorless and fell to the ground.
I think it's different, like, from, like, destroying it, like, from the headpiece versus, like, yanking it out from the person. So, I mean, he rewound time to undo the death, which is absolutely a broken move. And he just yanks it out. And then that just leaves Vision as a corpse body.
If you throw another moon at me, I swear, I'm going to lose it.
Dude. Now I'm just going to have to see like cross comparisons with him and Madara throwing moons at people.
Dude, I told you, he got Madara. Threw a fucking moon at him. So Mark was wondering if in Avengers 4 if they're going to have the God Killer armor.
Wait, for Tony?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with God Killer armor. Is it the one made from Neutron Star?
Yeah, it's made by the dwarves.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
However, I was wondering if they're gonna go with the what's it called, like the ultimate, like Ultra Iron Man or some shit like that. I gotta look it up. Yeah, Superior Iron Man. It's not solid metal though.
Infinity dust.
It's like it's a liquid alloy.
Oh
that
yeah.
He coats himself in.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was from a death battle actually that I saw that. But yeah.
I remember Nolan telling me about it, dude, when fucking Tony decided to go absolute batshit crazy and have a hardcore god complex. Like, he started fucking up people's lives because he would kind of, like, ruin what made them unique and special and whatnot in order to, quote-unquote, make them better. Like, he restored Daredevil's sight.
Oh, wow. Wow, dude.
He restored his sight, and it ruined Daredevil because he couldn't fight the same way anymore.
Oh, wow.
And people were like, Tony, stop playing God. That's not who you are. And he had the best fucking line. He said, I don't think of it as me playing God. I think of it as the past 30 years I've been playing human.
Jesus. Proceeds to make God armor.
I was like, Tony
needs to slow your roll, but at the same time.
Like, why you gotta be such a badass at times?
Alright, I think that's good. It's a crazy movie, and honestly, you can go on and on about this movie, just like the significance and how sad things get and what things could be until we get another hint from like any other Marvel movie, from Ant-Man to Captain Marvel. We'll just see. Because they even did Furion with that dust as well.
Yeah.
Although he was one of the last people to go away too. I'm sure that has anything to attribute, or it's just like for dramatization. But yeah. Alright. We'll end it here. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to know more about discussions on movies and whatnot, please be sure to subscribe. You can also like the video. Also hit that subscribe bell button. Let you know when we upload videos by the minute. And also support our Patreon. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everyone.